Greetings, everybody. Now, you might have seen it. Yesterday, I've been streaming a bit. I was doing all kinds of stuff, but I was playing four matches of ranked with ANZAC Armoured. And unfortunately, due to the music I was listening to during the stream, it is blocked worldwide. So yeah, bad luck. So I'm gonna go over them again. If you watched the stream yesterday, then you probably know what's happening. All of those 4 matches were pretty decent, I would say. Alright, so in the first match we're playing against Lieutenant. Probably don't even need to go over that, but just for sake of completion. I'm doing the same thing as last time on Mudfight. Nothing really too special. He's playing mixed motorized, which is actually pretty bad. Lynxes here completely fucked my Commandos 90 with the exception of 2 squads. Kerner's coming in. Don't have any long range A. But he doesn't have a lot of stuff here. He only has these AMX sends. I kill one, lose one Leopardo, which is not that nice. Don't want to go into the forest because I don't want to engage any close ranges and lose a leopard. I don't want to lose another one. I lose this one to an ATGM, I believe. Yes. Burners again, but doesn't do much this time. I could just honestly watch this at times 10. There's honestly nothing too special. But now that I started it, I might as well finish it. I guess I might as well make it neutral because funnily enough, he's using Paratroopers 90 instead of Stormer, for example, as his shock infantry. I killed the Kerners, I killed I believe it was a Jaguar GR1A before. But yeah, not too much happening. I'm slightly pushing here as well. Oh yeah, there's one situation that I want to show definitely on the right. Yeah, 4 Paratroopers 90 squads and 2 Commanders 90 squads. But I also have 3 M113s with the 50 cal and the 7.62mm MG. On Razzmann. Right. I engaged these. I should win that. I should win that fight because at the moment I engaged, only one Paratroopers 90 was actually attacking, so I was 2 versus 1ing and 2 versus 1ing. Nice verb. And basically fucked that one squad completely. Yeah, now it's 3 versus 1 in a bit, but these M113s just completely fucked these Paratroopers. Ridiculous. Killed in other Kerners, which is obviously very good. But yeah, I just win this game. Nothing too special. The other games should be more interesting, at least one out of those. Now, next match we're playing against the friendly Grizzly again. Maybe you remember him. I think I played him the first time I was playing this deck during a stream. Like I was doing a long stream. Well, not long stream, but a stream. I was doing like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches with this deck. And he was a Brigadier General that we had to play against on Mudfight. And he was playing Soviets. Which is a good deck for Mudfight due to all the long range ATGMs you get. And I was playing ANZAC Armoured and I won versus him. Now this time, he got probably the worst map. If you remember the match against Putin where I lost, he completely fucked me with helicopters. Not very nice. I'm doing the same thing as last time against Putin, but this time I'm starting with 2 Drag Rapiers, also a bit split up. I'm starting with the Mirage to see how many helicopters he uses. He only has a KA-52. Which I believe it gets a crit on me with the second Ikla. Which is interesting, dealing 8 damage with 1 missile, with 1 4HE missile. Never seen that happening. But he has quite a lot of stuff for this side, even though he apparently, as you can see, he only wants to defend it. 2v1s, 3 VDB90 squads, Splits and Screw, BTR-80A, and then another VDB90 squad. I mean, maybe he doesn't want to defend it, but is just very cautious with attacking this side. I was just a bit surprised. Anyways, these M113s help fucking up this VDV. Again, moved my mortar completely up. And forgot about moving it back. This is doing really nothing, but gets killed by the tracked rapiers. Again, trying to use the leopard AS1s together because I want to have basically a high burst damage blob, I guess you could say. Already killed one P1. This crew should stand no chance. Meanwhile on the right he's trying to probe a bit, but he shouldn't really get far. I have 2 leopard AS1 pluses here to defend. Yeah. Alright. Now I killed the B1 here as well. Obviously moving up my commandos, getting this behind. I should get a supply truck fairly soon. Oh yeah, it's already coming to repair that leopard. I'm reinforcing the right a bit because I kinda thought he'd push there. More commandos, more M41s. He got an OBR-87, which is a pretty good tank against me. But against close range I can deal quite a lot of damage. Or fairly close range. And he's shooting at my commandos, which is exactly what I wanted. I moved up my commandos first, so while the leopard AS1s are out of line of sight of the OBR. So once the OBR shooted and the commandos 90, I moved up my leopard AS1 pluses, so unless he micros his OBR, he continues shooting at the commandos, and this is exactly what he did, as you can see. Only now, once he's down to 1 damage, 1 HP, he retreats. Now MR28 coming in, that is also, I would say, quite a good planing, a helicopter or unit against me. Because the only AA that actually reaches 2800 meter range has terrible off-road speed. And as we saw on a match against Putin, helicopter AA is not really my strength. And my planes are also not really well suited for that. I don't have a cheap plane, or very cheap plane with good short-range missiles. I have the Mirage, but those missiles are not that great. I have the Phantom, but it's also not quite the perfect plane for that. I luckily managed to kill the K-52, which breaks line of sight for the Mi-28, which is really good. And even get to kill the Mi-28, which is awesome. Now this VDB-90, I should have retreated them further once the Commandos 90 were dead. Oh, what am I talking about? I didn't retreat them because the Mi-28 here, I didn't want to move into open field. I mean, you know, they were gonna die either way pretty much. Although I could have moved them back further as soon as the Mi-28 died, so maybe I could have saved the Leopard, but I'm not quite sure. Now, getting some Milan here, but I mean, yeah, they're not gonna do too much. He's also completely focusing on the left side, as you can see. He hasn't bought much since the B1, I believe. These VDB-90 squads, I think, want to move in there, if I remember correctly. That's not a huge issue. These VDB-90 that were in here moved up there. Killed one of my tracked rapier earlier. But my Commandos 91 versus them, which means I got this side of the town, or this town, for free now, which is really good, because if you control this town, getting this is so much more convenient because you don't have to fear ATGMs or something from that, or a scout spotting your stuff from the side for his ATGM planes and stuff. So that's always very nice. Getting a CV for the 2-pointer, because I'm clearly ahead. I have the position here, I have the position here. So I could start ticking and basically secure me a secondary win condition, where I just cap Fox, cap Alpha, and cap or counter cap Delta. So I'm not dependent, Jesus, on getting India. Although on the other hand, it also technically makes it easier for him to get back into India, since I just spent 110 points on non-combat units. But I mean, it just depends on how you look at it. He also buys a CV, funnily enough, which I wouldn't do in his position, because he doesn't know I bought a CV yet. If I already had a CV and was sticking +2, I could understand it, since a +2 for quite a while is pretty bad to have. Because you lose 30 points per minute, and it's gonna take like nearly about a minute to even get the C to spawn into Charlie, depending on where the spawn is. So giving the enemy a +2 for a too long time is definitely not a good idea. So you don't want to. So you want to catch up as early as you can if the enemy bought a CV with him for a 2-pointer. Now he's doing quite a clever move, I would say. He bought a B1, spent some screw for this side, getting back into the town here, because I have all my Leopard AS1s here, but I barely have any like fire support or strong unit on the left, not a tank. I bought 2 Leopard AS1s just for fire support against vehicles and infantry, but the B1 will be a huge problem, and I don't have anything like a Hind, like a Tau 2 helicopter or a I-Tau helicopter. I don't have that stuff. I have the bush ranger, but it's just too inconvenient to use, and there is a scratchet here. So that is very, very annoying to deal with. I also don't have any strong ATGMs that I can bring in helicopters. ATGM teams. Another OBR 87, again, very good unit, but again, that is way too close, way too close. My Leopard AS1 Pluses will just pick me up. And got him. I lost 2 Leopard AS1 Pluses, even though one of them to the VDV-90, but it was still a good trade for me, because I still have 2 more left. Now the Commandos 90s unfortunately fuck a bit up against the BTRD, but all is good. Now the B1s picking off my M41A1s. I mean, it's fine, they didn't do anything, but it's not like they cost an armored leg, but it means that he has this part back, which again, I don't want to happen. Unfortunately, he spots my Commandos 90 with his bats and screw. I wanted these to be unspotted. I should have turned off the weapons as well, but I think even with that, he would have spotted it. Because as you can see, for a split second there, I had a KU going for the B1, which would enable me or allow me to get back here much easier. And now I realize, okay, he's spotting me. Move ahead. Calm down, Razzmann. I have to move back the truck rapier. I'm smoking this off, so he can't spot me from this side anymore, because I knew, okay, he must spot me from this side. And was kind of lucky. There's an MI28 coming, but you know, I should have continued smoking probably. I don't even remember if I lose these Leopard AS1s to the MI28. Come on, Razzmann, move back, please. What are you doing? What are you doing? I even smoked here so I could move back. Come on, Razzmann. So it was just bad play on my part, really bad play. Again, nothing too much here. He moved something in here, I believe it was a scratch head. Having this B1 here on its own is not a good idea. He has no scouts. It's the only thing that stops me from driving through Charlie. I could honestly just fast move these units through Charlie and kill the CV, or force the CV out at the very least. He actually started with a fog. Interesting. But MI28 not a very good idea. Generally in 1 vs 1, these kind of very expensive helicopters I don't think are quite worth it. With the exception of something like a longbow maybe. Because they require a lot of support units and a lot of micro to not die instantly. Unless of course you play against ANZAC Armoured. Okay, coming in again for the OBR this time. I also killed the B1 with it earlier, by the way, which I unfortunately failed to tell you. MI28 is coming here, but I believe any second now. Gonna buy. I'm gonna buy. Oh, he bought. Oh, right, he bought the Eurogun. I'm gonna buy a Mirage. This is what I'm talking about. Well, actually, the Sidewinders aren't too bad, but I only got 2 of them. And they don't have quite the accuracy, like 50% like many others. Excuse me, not Sidewinders, short range anti-air missiles. Going to go for the Mi-28 here. Mirage something, well, somehow fucks up. I got 1 missile off. Yep, 1 missile and a short gun run. Now he's landing, which is smart, but I can spot him. Which means, I believe, I wanted to go, yeah, brought both the KU and the Mirage out. If he's still landing, my KU can kill it, and if not, my Mirage will kill it. So, either way, he's gonna die most likely. Yep, there we go. It was the second Mi-28, which is very important. And that means that there's a good chance he doesn't have a lot more anti-tank or anti-ground helicopters in the deck anymore. And the 3's coming in, trying to go for my planes. I failed to evac here, unfortunately, but yeah, got another Mirage, went for it, didn't die. Both of them are very low. I at least got one of the MiG-23s. I mean, I have 2 cards of ASFs, it's fine. Biz coming in again, but not doing a lot of damage to the AS1 Plus. Killing the Biz with a tracked rapier. On elite, definitely very nice. And finishing off, all of them miss with the first shot, and now I got him. And that is basically GG. I even killed the B1 here. I think he moved up with the B1. Yeah, he moved up with the B1 at some point, so I went on to repair the efforts. And that's that game. Lieutenant Colonel definitely got some nice points off of that. The other match was on Plunging Valley against US and A. Against Stan the Man. I remember that name, like from a long time ago. Like I said, he's playing US. What I wanted to do is I wanted to push this side here. Because usually I do this side, it's rather boring, and then after that I go for Delta. But I thought, why not? Let's go for that side. He had a fairly, well, not very, but fairly interesting playstyle. Mainly focusing on starships and riflemen combination for like mostly forest fights, most likely. He mostly ignored the side, which is nice, but I didn't realize. I should have driven something through there just to check. But funnily enough, seems like we more or less had a both plan. We had a both plan. Good one, Razzmann. We had the same plan, where he also wanted to go for this side. Now starships are kind of interesting. With one of the patches they got 5 HE, and due to the autocannon as well, they are pretty. They have incredible short range HE damage. A bit less than the MBT-70 because the MBT-70 has 10 rounds per minute. And I think they have a slightly worse missile with less accuracy. Now I'm not a huge fan of the starship. They are rather slow. They don't have. They have only 10 armor. The Eagle coming in. But I guess for 40 points you can't ask for too much. I'm more of a fan of the MBT-70 because of the autoloader, and because the gun also has more range, making it better suited against vehicles. Not necessarily tanks, but vehicles. Hornet, not in my opinion, not the best plane against my deck. You have to kill 3 Leopard AS1 pluses to make up for its points, and you generally only want the Hornet for like expensive tanks. So I wouldn't have bought it. Nearly even kill it. Now I lost all my infantry here, which is not nice. I have more here. I actually killed the pivot, I didn't notice that. Could have killed the Avenger, but you know. Raven coming in, but I don't have any radar A. So that's good to know. Because generally with the first run of your seed plane, you want to kill radar A. because after the first run, then your opponent is notified, oh, okay, he has a seedplane ready, I gotta look at my radar array. But I got this information for free without having to lose a radar array piece, which is good. Which is why I suggest that at least, well, you could say always, but with the first run especially, I think, you should only get out your seedplane with another plane. So if you're planning, if you bought a seedplane, I would have waited until the next run of the Hornet and then had the seedplane behind it, because then you catch your opponent off guard most likely, if it's the first time he will see a seedplane. Now he's trying to push into here, but the starship will get wrecked by my Leopard Ace 1 Plus. Again, very interesting playstyle. Just M113s, just starships. Which honestly I somewhat only realize now. Again, the Eagle coming in. Don't quite think that's worth it, that plane. Kills my Milans, but that's fine. But I think I can fast forward at this point. By the looks of it, if I understand his playstyle correctly, he just wants to kill everything that's not a tank with his Rifleman and Starship combination, and then kill all the tanks with his planes. I mean, also he has combats, but now he bought a Thunderbolt, which is very annoying, because all my AA has a maximum HE of 5, and 2 armor will reduce that to 2 HE. So I will only deal 2 damage if I hit with a tracked rapier at the front or rear. For the Phantom, I dealt 1 damage, and the Thunderbolt stunned my Phantom. Thanks, Eugen. I actually killed a starship with the base law. Kinda funny. Yeah, but doesn't buy anything else other than a Cobra here and there, a combat here and there. Got this for free. This I could just move up as well. Ace Rifleman and Rifleman 90. Again, I don't quite understand this playstyle. I mean, I understand the playstyle, I don't understand why you would try to do this. In my opinion, the MPT-70 and Rifleman combination, and then something like an M1A2 behind is better and more viable. I mean, I'm losing quite a lot of units here to the planes, but he doesn't gain any ground because his quality of units of ground units is just so low. Well, or the combination, I would say. Rifleman and Rifleman 90 aren't necessarily bad, but he doesn't have the right support units. And he throws away his M113s most of the time. He often sends them in first and not behind his Rifleman, where they would be better. Now how many, I think with 1 second. No, he can't play mech or moto. If he was playing moto, he couldn't get the M103. If he was playing mech, he couldn't get the Humvee. Because, interestingly enough, he upwards his Delta Force. But, you know, those won't do much either for him. Tries to spot my Leopard S1, but no. Got no luck. I kill a Thunderbolt and that's GG. Points wise, he was actually ahead. Though I bought more CVs than he did. So there's that. And he had a lot of points in planes, which, with the exception of the A10, didn't kill a lot. I actually lost the Dragged Rapier FSA to the Raven, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. Speaking of, oh, don't send your seedplane out on its own, you will just reveal that you have seedplane and the enemy will adjust to it. Apparently I'm just talking bullshit. Now, the last match is kinda interesting. Because, again, Nuclear Winter, playing against Tech B, who also played in the 1 vs 1 tournament, by the way. I was doing something else, you know. Usually on this map I try to go for India from this side, but I decided, why not switch it up and go for Charlie here. So I'm just getting a defensive position for this town here, Leopard Ace 1 Plus, and, you know, try to drive around here with my Leopard Ace 1s and then that road along. Now Eastern Bloc is also a pretty bad map deck against me. is a bad deck for me to play against, especially on this map. Lots of helicopters, lots of fast units available. Quite annoying. So here's the first fuck up. I didn't notice that there was an LSTR in this town, in this forest. I'm losing a Leopard Ace-1 Plus, a Tracked Rapier, and I believe tomorrow? No, nothing else, but it's still pretty bad. And most importantly, it slows me down. Here's a 4-stick of Mochitson to Sneska that side-shot my Leopard Ace-1, getting it down to 1 HP. For whatever reason, bought the Assault Pioneers, even though I didn't want to. On the left, nothing is really happening. Now MI35 again, and you know, yeah. Same story as Putin. I just couldn't do anything against. Tracked Rapiers were too far behind because of these LSTR, and yeah. Oh, he doesn't have too much here. I'm trying to get that back. Should easily be possible. LBS-70 here did a nice job. I believe it killed an MI-17 and a MI-25. And here was, I have to say, a nice move by me. You see these M113s. This was originally a 2-stack, by the way. One of them got killed here. So I had 2 empty M113s driving. Behind it, 2 M113s with commandos in them. And then another empty M113. Now what I did, or what my plan was, because I knew there was stuff in the town, I move up the empty M113s. They get killed first, because those are in line of sight first. And just fast move them through the town here. And with the other 2 M113s, I hate saying that, I'm sorry. I just unload when they are here and so they jump into the town. And it actually worked. Good job, Razzmann, I'm proud of you. Thanks, Razzmann. He also sells a bit of op, funnily enough. He buys a Moderna, which is really bad. Because, well, for me. For him it's good. Yeah, if you micros it well, then it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Because even at close range, the autocannon could easily fuck me up. There's MI35 again. But yeah, I'm just trying to put pressure on here and just have this contested, or for me. I'm taking a +2, which is nice, but he bought a CV. So I'm still behind in conquest points, so I have to catch up. Moving these commandos in here just to have this secure, or a notification for how long I have it secure. I spotted this with my Assault Pioneers, but unfortunately they got spotted by the Sneska. So I can't quite snipe it. Just motoring in there to panic and then damage shit and stuff like that. Getting more commandos in there, even and smoking this off so they don't get killed. This unfortunately falls into his hands. He buys an RM-70, which should be very good against me because I have my shit bunched up, and as you can see, I get panicked, which is bad. But he doesn't use it, he doesn't attack me, which is good. Because I damaged his Moderna with my Ace-1 at low range, which we weren't able to see because I had a replay too fast. Now, I killed the UAC with a mortar, by the way. He got another one moving up here. I spotted that it came here, but I didn't quite spot where it went, unfortunately. I have an RB-70 here in the town as well, which should be very useful. He's moving up here. I got my KU, but it only hit once, unfortunately. Second KU, I wanted to go for the RM-70 if I lose line of sight of the Moderna. But the Commandos 90 that was in here that spotted the RM-70 died. So, bad luck. I'm smoking here. I think he just wants to block line of sight and not actually prepare for an attack, but that's fine by me. I'm trying to get into the forest. Bought an F111C because I thought he moved the UAC into this town, but he didn't. RB-70 shooting at the MI-17. Missed already 4 of the 5 shots. Another MI-35, definitely bad for me. Killing only 2. 1, but damaging 2, or nearly killing 2. Moderna, which has finished off my commandos. kill the second MI-17 with 2 missiles hitting in a row, which is a miracle. Here I'm in a not very great position. I want to retreat because all these are nearly dead. I don't have infantry to support, and if I stay here, he might just completely roll this over, and then this is just completely open. I want to retreat, not over and extend too much, and just get it in a defensive position here for a while and see whether he pushes or not. This was kind of funny. Battle with the minigun. Actually managing to kill the CV. I want to push here. I don't even quite remember that. But Milan is actually a decent job of holding the world back, so that's nice. Getting some man bats here so I have a better line of sight, or a possible line of sight, on the Mi-35. He kills my commandos 90, so now he could just drive through into this position. And for a while I think there's not too much happening. There's an Mi-35 flying along the left, but it won't do too much. I have a Kehu. And again 2 missiles, but only 1 connect. But I sideshot him with the Leopards. Unfortunately, it wasn't times 10. Sideshot it with these Leopards here. I believe it was, not these ones. I mean, I take it. Yes, another 2 Modernas coming in though. Getting his Montrison. Definitely need to kill his fodder. Get his Moderna down to 8 HP and panic it, force him to repair, and basically do nothing for a while so I could build up my Leopard Ace-1 forces. And my 35 here got killed, by the way, without doing anything. Although I lost a track rapier in the process. Coming again. Nothing too special there. And now I think comes the yeah, kill the other Moderna and the other Moderna. I think both of them died to side shots. This one definitely did, and I think no, it didn't die to a side shot, but I think one of the shots was a side shot because the Moderna got down from 5 to 1 HP with 1 shot, and then it got finished off. So yeah. Some interesting matches. Was fairly even points wise. I lost a lot of Commanders 90, I think, without them doing much. And quite a lot of planes without doing much. I think my Kayus actually killed nothing. So right now I'm at 1803. Not too much until Colonel, which is the minimum level I want to hit. Should be possible. Let's quickly scroll down. Colonel. First Colonel is Raptor at 1842. Just about 40 points. Yesterday I gained around 40, I believe. Yeah, I was still major yesterday when I started. I think like 50 something, 57 or so. So I got like 45 points with these 4 matches, which is good. Didn't have to fight any privates, although there was this one match, the first match of the day, against a private who instantly surrendered. I mean, it was fine by me. I only got 2 points, and it could have been just a 20-30 minute match, and I only get 2 points, so it was fine by me. Yeah, I only really did this video because you can't watch the stream unless maybe on Twitch, although the audio is muted there. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I hopefully see you next time.